Hi, hello everyone. This is Pam Obasa speaking. I'm so incredibly excited about today. Why am I so excited about today? Because it is, of course, day one of the Nail Your Money Goal Bootcamp. My goodness, it is day one of 5. We are just getting started. And I've just rewatched the actual video from today's training, and I was like, Pam, whew. You started out like on level 5 as opposed to level 1, which is good. And the reason I've started out so high for you guys is because I really want the next 5 days to really shape your business, right? My goal is that over the next 5 days that you will do incredible things, that you will you would take your business several levels up. That's really my goal. So this specific boot camp is just absolutely incredible. Honestly, I'm actually just so excited about the things that we have for you over the next 5 days. And if you haven't signed up, of course, and you're watching this, the link is right below, so make sure you do. But for those of you who are signed up, did you receive your emails this morning? I'm sure you do, earlier today, depending on where you are in the world. The emails went out, and of course, you got to the link, and did you get your workbook? Now, I'm streaming all across several places. I'm streaming into our 2 groups, on my page, my profile, and of course I'm live on YouTube. And I know that some of you can see me already, so do me a favor and come in and say hello. I'm live on YouTube right now, so join me on YouTube. Go over to my channel and join me live so that I can actually see who is live with me. But welcome to day 1 of Nail Your Money Goal. Here's a question for you, right? Here's a question for you. What is your monthly money goal? Are you brave enough to share that with me? Because the more you share, the more I can help you. And I promise you that this week, I'm going to be giving you the exact blueprint that you need in order to nail that goal. What is your money goal? I remember a long time ago when I first started my business, my money goal was actually just £1,000. It was, I just want the proof of concept that I can make some amount of money. £1,000 was my first money goal. Then my money goal shifted to £4,000. Then it shifted to 10. Then it shifted to 20. Now it's shifted to £100,000 per month. This is per month, right? Now, thank you, Miranda. Miranda says it's £5,000. Amazing. I can see you, Miranda. Those of you who are watching me on Facebook, come over on YouTube so I can see your name, because I can see your comments over here, but I can't see your name. So Miranda says it's £5,000. Amazing. Right? So like I said, as I've developed in business, my money goal has grown and changed and shifted. And the more that I've grown, the more my money goal has grown. And the crazy thing is, yesterday I was speaking with a friend. I was driving to visit my husband in hospital, but I was driving to see him, and I was speaking to a friend on the phone, and just to get me in a good mood, she said, Pam, what is your money goal? And she said, Pam, what does it take to hit 6 figures, and what is the difference between 6 and 7 figures? And it really got me thinking, and I said to her, do you know what? The thing is that hitting 6 figures is actually pretty easy. A lot of people think it's hard, but it's actually pretty easy, right? What I mean by that is that you can actually hit 6 figures by grinding away, right? What do I mean by that? You can work hard and you can hit 6 figures. Now, whether you hit that consistently or not is yet another thing, right? That's a whole different story. Going from 6 to 7 figures, however, is a whole different ballgame. It requires a very different strategy. It requires you to be able to take a step back and have a bird's eye view, right, on your business and really operate as the CEO. Now, why am I talking about that? I realize that a lot of you who have joined this bootcamp, you would have joined because you're either trying to hit your first 6 figures. So Miranda, for example, your money goal is £5,000, which is only 60K per year, right? So that is your money goal for the year, right? Now, Nicole has commented, and Nicole says her money goal is 10K. So Nicole is trying to hit her first 6 figures. So as 10 times 12 is 120. So by the end of the year, she would have hit more than that. She would be doing 6 figures. So this is her goal. Now, what if I were to challenge you, those of you who have commented, what if I were to challenge you to double that money goal? What if I were to challenge you to double? Let me know in the comments, how does that make you feel? If I were to say, double that goal? What would it be? Type it in the chat. What would it be if you were to double that money goal, that monthly goal that you have? What would it be? Let me know in the chat. And then whilst you're dropping that in the chat, let me know as well, how does that feel? Right? How does it make you feel to type in double of that amount? Okay, so someone says, I'm now very optimistic at 30K. Oh, amazing. I'm loving that. Push your goal. Now, you are on Facebook, so I can't see your name. So hop onto YouTube with me. In fact, you can stay there. That's fine. It's just that I can't see your name, but that's okay. Miranda says 10,000. Miranda, I want you to double that. Oh, no, Miranda, yes, you were at 5,000. Now you're at 10,000. Nicole says 20,000. Amazing. Miranda says excited. Oh, I love that. You see, many people, when I ask them to double their goal, get very, very scared, and with good reason. With good reason. Now, there is no point, right, playing ball with Pam if you're not ready to operate at that level. Because I would rather you were aiming high than aim really, really low. If your goal is to be doing your first £1,000, I mean, I have a lot of YouTube videos that would help you to do that. But if you're going to join a boot camp with me, I want to stretch you. Right? And I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to push yourself, because it is only at that pushing at that threshold that you are then forced in a corner almost to think, well, let's think about this. Well, if my money goal, right? If my money goal, for example, is 30K. Oh, that's Janaya. Amazing. If my money goal is 30K, like Janaya says, right? If it is 30K, then what you've got to do, which is what I do and what I teach, is we now have to reverse engineer what that is, right? So reverse engineer what that is. So for example, Nicole, it's 20K. As I said, double. Miranda says it's 10K because I said double. Janai says 30K because I said double. Let's imagine that 30K is at the end, or that 20K is at the end, or whatever that figure was when you doubled it. Now, we've just got to reverse engineer and go, well, what's the first step? How do we achieve that goal? Because the truth is that a lot of people have goals, but what their goals are not really goals. They are more like pipe dreams. And I don't mean that to be rude in any way. I don't mean that to be disrespectful in any way. But what I mean by they are pipe dreams is because there is no clear plan. There is no clear strategy. And a lot of people come with the 3 words, know it all. Right? I call it a syndrome. It's a disease. It's a pandemic. It's worse than the coronavirus, right? It's called know it all. They have that I know it all mentality, which is what stunts their growth. So in today's Nail Your Money Goal Day 1 Bootcamp, it was all about going back to basics, which is what I have had to do several times actually before I got to where I am. And I tell you something, I'm just so grateful. And like I was saying, I was speaking to my friend yesterday, and we were going back to when I first started The Lucrative Lady, and I was building this via online events. And and we discussed, and I said to her, my goodness, if I hadn't have pivoted, if I hadn't have looked at the strategy and gone back to basics and gone, wait a minute, Pam, wait a minute. Your money goal is yay high, but your strategy is here. Well, how does that make any sense? Right? How does that make any sense? Your money goal is here. Your strategy is here. Your money goal is at level 10. I want it all. But the strategy you are using, strategies of level 1, how does that make any sense? And a lot of people, unfortunately, are living their lives this way. They are running their businesses this way. And then they wonder, they get to the end of 2019, get to the end of 2020, they will get to the end of 2021, and they will still be at the same level that they were in 2015 because they never paused to go, hold on a minute. What is my big idea? Right? Ngazi says, that's me. I admit it. I have pipe dreams. What pipe dreams? Pipe dreams are still dreams. I want to help you to change them from pipe dreams to actual dreams that are achievable for you. Okay? So what is that big idea? Big stands for an acronym. And those of you who've watched today's training, and I hope you have, drop a yes in the comment if you have watched today's training. Right, drop a yes in the comments. Let me share some of your comments here. So that's Ngozi says she has a pipe dream. So drop a yes in the comments for me, right? If you have done today's task, drop a yes in the comments for me. Yes, Nicole says, fantastic. Nicole, have you commented? Make sure that you have commented. Okay, make sure that you have commented under the task, because what's going to happen today at 8 p.m. BST, right? At 8 p.m. BST, I'm going to be coming. 8 p.m. BST, I believe in EST is 3 p.m. Check for me whatever time zone you are in, right? I will be live, and what I'm going to be doing is actually breaking down your task. So under the task video right here on YouTube, okay, I asked you 3 key questions, right? And I believe those questions were, what is your area of expertise? What is the big problem that you solve, and what is your money goal? Drop it there for me, because tonight I'm going to be breaking that down for you. Now, what does BIG stands for? BIG stands for B-I-G, big problem, right? Income focus, that's the I. And the G stands for gather proof. I'm not going to go into all of that right now, because that is the purpose of today's training, but I will see you all live today, okay, at 8 p.m. BST, where I'll be breaking down your assignment. I'm breaking down what that acronym stands for and how you can apply it right from day one, because day one is just day one. Tomorrow is where we move it from just your big idea to turning that into a money-making idea. So let me know in the chat, how excited are you about day one? Right? How excited are you about today's task? How excited are you about today's task? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. How excited are you about today's task? Let me know. Drop some emojis, drop some hearts, drop some comments. I want to know how excited you are about today's task, which is all about uncovering your big idea. Nicole says, I'm very excited. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. You ought to be. Yes, I'm going to be challenging you to go back to basics. And to be honest with you, right, some of you by the end of today, you might be like, oh, crap. I feel like I thought I was on the right track, but now I'm no longer on the right track and I need to rethink, right? Some of you, hey, Sarah, some of you might come off it and you might be like, you know, fantastic, I am on the right track. Some of you might be confused. Some of you might be upset, right? I'm warning you. Some of you might be sad. But I want you to, Miranda says she's buzzing, brilliant. I want you to, whatever emotions you are feeling, I want you to take that. And I want you to think to yourself, do you know what? Good on me, pat on the back for turning up to class. Pat on the back for doing the work, right? And there are no points for not doing the work. If you watch the training and you don't comment, you haven't done the work, because I can't give you feedback. I can't support you, right? So I want you to do the work. And I want you to come into this bootcamp with absolute open mind, right? Absolute open mind, because you're about to give your business the food that it needs. You're about to give your business the life that it needs, right? And there is no shortcut. No matter what anybody tries to sell you, there is no shortcut. The only shortcut there is by attending, doing the work, implementing, and getting those wins every single day. So I'm really, really excited. Who's going to be joining me? Type a number 1 in the chat if you're going to be joining me live this evening, London time, 8 p.m. BST. Translate that to your own time zone, but at 8 p.m. BST, my kids will be nicely tucked in bed. They would have had their dinner and homework and showers and all of those beautiful things. And I will be here to with you live to break down day one live. And we call this Deep Dive Live. If you're joining me live, make sure you come with a glass of something bubbly, because I'm about to really take it to town. So Nicole says number 1, which means she's really, really excited. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So those of you who are on Facebook, you know where the party is going down. It's going down on YouTube. Put it down in your calendar. If you have already registered for this, you will be getting a notification via email. Don't worry, we are that well organized, right? You will be getting a notification over email, and then I will see you all later today. Don't forget to complete your task. Unless your task is completed, I cannot actually help you personally. All right. I love you, love you, love you all. I'm off right now to visit my amazing husband. I can't wait to see him. And I cannot wait to also come back and see you all. So Sarah says, I would love to, but I have Bible study from 7 to 9 p.m. Sarah, that is absolutely important. Go ahead and do that. But when you finish, catch the replay. Here is my recommendation for you, Sarah, and everybody else who cannot make it live. Number 1, try to make it live, because live is where I can actually help you live. But if you cannot make it live, make a commitment to yourself to catch the replay on the same day, right? Because that means that you are always going to be on track. Okay, so catch the replay on the same day, because tomorrow the new task comes in. So if you catch the replay, do the work on the same day, then you can just go to bed and feeling amazing about what you have achieved. And then we're ready for tomorrow. All right, everybody. I love you all. Have a lovely afternoon, and I will see you guys later today. Take care. Bye.